Ranger Dana, and I work at Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and I'm here to tell you about a pop-up that we developed this summer. The essential theme question for this pop-up is, what does our definition of success say about us as a society? So we developed this pop-up surrounding the Cuyahoga River because our park, as well as Cleveland as a whole, celebrated, Northeast Ohio as a whole, celebrated the 50th anniversary of the last time the Cuyahoga River burned. Specifically, we're celebrating the progress that the river has made since it was dirty enough to catch on fire. So, over here, going back to our essential theme question surrounding success and what our definition of success says about us as a society, we're asking folks to tell us about their successes, big or small. So, the way we're engaging people with this is asking them to write a success story on a fish. So, we've kept some. I laminated some of my favorites. We've had successes ranging from I survived the second grade to I beat cancer. I'll find my favorite one for you. We've had someone celebrating a cleaner river, surviving a major heart attack and being alive. And these are success stories we've gathered throughout the summer from taking this pop-up out into the community. So we've got all these little fish for people to write their success stories. And then over here by the fishbowl, we also have a list of some water quality indicator species and some of the species that were found in the river in 1996, as well as some that are found in the river today. And so a few years ago, you would likely only find these poor water quality species, and now we've got these healthier water indicator species in our river. So as we're taking this pop-up out, we are trying to forge connections between what people are celebrating, what people consider successful, and how we at Cuyahoga Valley National Park really consider our river, the comeback of the Cuyahoga River, a success. So in keeping with our definition of success, we're asking folks to vote on what matters the most to you today. And when I take this out, sometimes I'll tell people, it doesn't have to be the most important thing in your life all the time. It can be today, what's important to you. This week, what are you really feeling connected to? We have different priorities like the environment, civil rights, career, money, and family. So we ask visitors to take a pebble or two and drop them into whichever category that they feel matters most to them today. And usually we try to have a conversation about that and why they chose what they chose. Then right here we have Cuyahoga River success stories. So we really wanted to highlight some of the people who have been water warriors and have contributed to the success of the Cuyahoga River, going all the way back to Mayor Carl Stokes of Cleveland. So we just have a brief profile of different people who made a difference in the river and in the river cleanup effort. All the way up to present day, people that are still working to delist the Cuyahoga River as an area of concern and make sure that we have a clean river. So people can explore that. And then over here, we have a question about how do these images make you feel? So we've got different images of the river, a very serene looking winterscape of the river, as well as a kayaking scene. And typically we get a variety of responses and just trying to engage people on, what does this look like? And then talk about how many, as recent as 50 years ago, you never would have seen this kind of scene on the Cuyahoga River. All right, over here we have a beaver pelt. Thank you. Got a beaver pelt and a snapping turtle shell. Once again, coming back to our theme of success, we have some information about the beaver and how beavers play into the health of ecosystems, and how beavers were trapped and extirpated from Ohio, and their population has since recovered, and we consider them a success story of the Cuyahoga River. And then when we have a large whiteboard, we have this question: how can you help? Place a dot next to what you would be willing to do. And then we have all these different actions that we ask people what they would be willing to do, like use reusable straws, wash your car in the grass so that your lawn can filter those toxins before they get washed right into the watershed. Different things that you could do. And again, those would be on a large whiteboard when we have one available. If we don't, then we improvise, use what we have on the table. And then last but not least, with this pop-up, we created a little bit of a selfie station. So we bring this out as an opportunity for people to take photos. And then we've created a few little props, like I love my river. And my personal favorite isn't in here, but wear a ranger hat too. So just another way that we like to try to engage people while we're out and about.